Dear students, hello and welcome to today's session. Today we are going to deal with our 8th and last chapter of Flamingo book. Except this, we have covered up our entire book and you must update yourself accordingly. This chapter is titled as Going Places, which has been authored by A.R. Barton, a modern English writer, a short story writer who belongs to Zurich. The theme of this story is hero worship, adolescent fantasizing, and no use of making castles in the air. What is theme? Theme is an idea or a message an author or a writer wants to convey to his audience or the readers by means of his piece of writing. In this story, the author wants to convey about the realities, harsh realities of life and the imagination which certain people are grappled with. If we talk about adolescent fantasizing, so this is a sense of thinking which develops mainly in the poor middle class society adolescents. The adolescents or the youth which belong to poor middle class society, they fantasize about their life. They start living in the imaginary world. They are not stick to their one idea. They don't want to become one thing or one character in their life. Rather, they keep on switching to different ideas and different personalities they want to become in their life. Whereas the rich in their life stay close to the realities of the life. They are matured enough. What is hero worship? Hero worship means excessive admiration of somebody or something. Suppose you are a big fan of a cricketer, writer, or an actor, then obviously you will admire him a lot. You want to become a person like him because you have nurtured specific likings in your mind, in your heart about that person. No use of making castles in the air. Making castles in the air means a hope or an idea that is never going to happen. That is impossible in our life. Suppose we have developed an idea in our life, in our mind that I want to become so and which is very far from the reality, means which is never going to happen, then it is just like making castles in the air. Before going for the textual reading, I would like to sum up a few important points of this story so that you can have an idea. The main character of this story is a girl whose name is Sophie. She is an adolescent girl and studying in her last semester of matriculation. She has a friend whose name is Jansi. She has two brothers. Elder brother's name is Jove and the younger brother is Derek. Also, a famous cricket player is being involved in this play, in this story, whose name is Danny Casey. Apart from these characters, Sophie's father and mother are also there. So, Sophie and Jansi are two close friends who are studying in the same class. They belong to a poor middle class society. But there is a huge difference between their thought process, their ideas. Jansi, on one hand, is a matured girl. She lives in the reality of life. She never believes in fantasies or imaginations about her life, about her career. On the other hand, and contrary to this, Sophie lives in imaginary world. She aspires to become different things in her life. For example, once she told that she wants to become an owner of a boutique. After some time she says that she wants to become a fashion designer. Thereafter, she says that she wants to become an actress. Means on every occasion, she keeps on changing her ideas about her aspirations. Means she is far away from the reality of her life. It is quite conspicuous that for a person or an adolescent who belongs to a poor middle class society, it is not so easy to become something what he has imagined if it is beyond their reach. If it is beyond their reach, अगर किसी की पहुंच से बाहर है तो इस तरह की इमेजिनेशन करना गलत है, राइट? बिकॉज continuous imaginations which are never going to happen in our life, which we are never going to see in our life, may harm us at some point of time in our life. So we must avoid them. इमेजनरी वर्ल्ड में हमें नहीं जीना चाहिए, कल्पनाएं नहीं करनी चाहिए. ओके, एनीवे, Sophie says that she wants to become a fashion designer, she wants to own a boutique, wants to become an actress. Jhansi says that it is all waste. There is no use of thinking about all these things because they are made to work in a biscuit factory. They belong to a poor family and they can do only their job of in the making biscuits in the biscuit factory. मीन जो बिस्किट फैक्ट्री में काम करने के लिए बने, इसके अलावा कुछ नहीं कर सकते. सेम थिंग इज टोल्ड टू हर बाय हर पेरेंट्स ऑल्सो, हु पे लीस्ट अटेंशन टू हर फैंटासीज, टू हर टॉक्स, बट शी इज समथिंग विच नेवर कम्स आउट ऑफ हर फैंटासी, दैट इज imaginary world. One day she wanted to tell something to her brother Jove, who is never interested in sharing anything about his life with her sister, whereas Sophie shares everything about her life with her brother Jove. Okay, yes, her younger brother Derek once said that she has been fantasizing about some such things which are never going to happen, because to make them happen a huge money is required, and money is not something which is hanging on the trees and we can shake it and we can get it. Jove doesn't believe whatever she says. She is aware that her whole family is good fan of Danny Casey. As they are not paying any attention to her thoughts, her feelings, she had an idea to draw their attention towards her fantasies. So she narrated a story about Danny Casey to her brother. One day she said that Danny Casey met her during a football match. At first it was very difficult for Jove to believe that how could it happen that such a big player, such a prodigy, meet a normal girl like Sophie. But the way Sophie narrated the story in details about Danny Casey, Jove started believing that it might have happened with her. Danny Casey might have met her. Anyway, the conversation ended between the two. But after this conversation, Sophie got pulled in this thought, in this imagination. उसको लगा कि मुझे सही में डैनी कैसी मिला था फुटबॉल मैच के दौरान. एंड शी स्टार्ट्स बिलीविंग इन हर फॉल्स नरेशन. जो उसकी नकली जो कहानी थी उसमें बिलीव करने लगती है. एंड शी थिंक्स दैट वन डे डेफिनेटली, she further says that Danny Casey has promised her to meet again somewhere. One day she went on the bank of a canal and she waited there for certain time. She waited there for Danny Casey that he would come there to meet her. But as you know, Danny Casey was not going to come there. After waiting, she went home and she thought that her brother Joff would be quite disappointed hearing that Danny Casey didn't turn up. Anyway, she is still believing, she is still fantasizing about her meeting with Danny Casey, okay, and believes he would definitely come to meet her. Here the story ends. Let us go ahead with the textual part. So what we learnt about this and from this story, that there is a huge difference between the reality of the world and the imagination of this world. We must take ourselves out of the imaginations and we must try to associate ourselves with the actual realities of our life, because imaginations are going to yield nothing, right? Let us go ahead with the textual part. Let us deal with the textual part of the chapter. When I leave, Sophie said, coming home from school, I am going to have a boutique. So this is the time when Sophie and Jansi were coming from school and they were talking to each other. Sophie expresses her will to become a boutique owner. She says that as soon as she leaves the school, means after completion of her schooling, she would like to become the owner of a boutique. Jansi, linking arms with her along the street, looked doubtful. Jansi is going with her and she has put her arms in her arms, right? So she looked at her face with some suspicious eyes. Means Jansi जानती थी कि they belonged to a poor family and it was not possible for them to open a boutique. So she realized that Sophie was living in a world of dream. Takes money, Soph, something like that. So Jansi calls Sophie as Soph and कहती है Sophie, to become a boutique owner requires a lot of money that we don't have. I'll find it, Sophie said, staring far away down the street. So looking at the end of the street, she says, I will manage it. I will manage the money somehow. Take you a long time to save that much. Now, Jansi says that to open a boutique, a huge amount is required, and to save that much money, a long time is required. Okay, बहुत समय लग जाएगा इतना पैसा बचाने में. Well, I will be a manager then. Yes, of course. To begin with means boutique owner बनने से पहले I would like to become a manager, and of course till I have got enough, और तब तक मेरे पास अच्छा खासा पैसा भी हो जाएगा. I will have a lot of money to become the owner of a boutique. But anyway, I know just how it is all going to look. But I know that ये सब कैसे होने वाला है. I know everything I have planned. They wouldn't make you manager straight off, so Jansi says, Sophie, they are not going to appoint as a manager straight away. Right? आपको मैनेजर नहीं बनाया जा सकेगा. I'll be like Mary Quant, Sophie said. Now Sophie says that she is full of qualities and she is determined to become the manager because she will act like a famous London-based fashion designer Mary Quant. Mary Quant की तरह काम करेगी वो. I'll be a natural. They will see it from the start, or since beginning they will witness my working. I would be working like Mary Quant. Okay, all will be impressive or all will be impressed by my work style. I will have the most amazing soap this city is ever seen. और वो इतने सपने देख रही हैं, कहती है कि इस सिटी की जो बेस्ट सोप होगी वो मेरी होगी, बुटीक. So she is full of dreams. She is living in the fantasy of the world. Jansi, knowing they were both earmarked for the whiskey factory, became melancholy. So Jansi is her good friend. She becomes melancholy, she becomes sad, thinking that she is nurturing so rich dreams and which are never going to come true, which is never going to happen in her life because they are destined to work in a biscuit factory. Being associated with the poor strata of society, they can only work in the biscuit factory. They can't think beyond that. She wished Sophie wouldn't say these things, and she desired that Sophie should not nurture these dreams which are not going to become realistic in her life. Because Jhansi एक realistic girl थी and she believed in the harsh realities of life, whereas Sophie stayed away from the realities of life. So Jhansi acted as a matured girl. When they reached Sufi Street, Jhansi said, "It's only a few months away now. So you really should be sensible." So उसको कोशिश करती है झांसी कि सोफी हार्डली सम टाइम बचा हमारे स्कूलिंग कंप्लीट होने में, एंड बेटर यू गेट रिड ऑफ दीज फैंटासीज, these imaginations of your life. Better you be sensible, better you start living with the realities of our life. Ultimately we have to work in the biscuit factory only, we can't become the boutique owner or anything else. They don't pay well for soap work, you know that your dad would never allow it. They means her family members. So she says to Sophie that your family members will never allow, your father even never allow you to open a boutique and work in a soap boutique shop, right? Or an actress. Now there is real money in that. Now Sophie has changed her प्रोफेशन विद इन नो टाइम. मीन्स कहती है अगर बूटी के अंदर नहीं तो ठीक है, मैं एक्ट्रेस ही बन जाऊंगी. नाउ यू कैन इमेजिन कितनी जल्दी जल्दी वो अपने अपने उसको एस्पिरेशंस को चेंज कर रही है, इच्छाओं को चेंज कर रही है कि ये नहीं तो चलो ठीक है एक्ट्रेस ही बन जाऊंगी. और आपको पता है एक्ट्रेस बनने में बहुत सारा पैसा है. यस, एंड आई कुड मे बी हैव द बुटीक ऑन द साइड. और अगर मैं एक्ट्रेस बन जाऊंगी तो मैं बुटीक खोलने वाला जो आइडिया है दैट आई विल पुट असाइड, सेट असाइड मीन्स उसको एक तरफ रख दूंगी मैं, उसको बाद में देखेंगे. एक्ट्रेसेस डोंट वर्क फुल टाइम, डू दे? सो झांसी जी बोलती है एक्ट्रेसेस जो होती हैं वो कंटिन्यूस काम नहीं करती हैं, पूरे दिन भर काम नहीं करती हैं. क्या वो ऐसा काम करती हैं क्या? डू दे वर्क फॉर दी फुल टाइम? एनी वे दैट और ए फैशन डिज़ाइनर यू नो समथिंग ए बिट सोफिस्टिकेटेड. जो कहते हैं कुछ भी वो आपको पता है, फैशन डिज़ाइनर और जो एक्ट्रेस है वो कभी भी कंप्लीट या फुल टाइम काम नहीं करते हैं. दिस इज नॉन टू यू ऑल्सो. एंड शी टर्न इन थ्रू द ओपन स्ट्रीट डोर लिविंग जेंसी स्टैंडिंग इन दी रेन. जेंसी केप्ट स्टैंडिंग देयर मीन जो वहीं खड़ी रही और सोफी जो है उधर इन दी ओपन स्ट्रीट डोर की तरफ वो चली गई. मीन्स शी वेंट ऑन हर वे टू हर होम and Jansi stayed there only, and it was raining at that time. If ever I come into money, I will buy a boutique. She says that जब भी मेरे पास पैसा होगा certainly I would like to buy a boutique. If you ever come into money means by this time Sophie has reached her home. और वहाँ पे जाके ये बोल रही है अपने पेरेंट्स के सामने कि अगर मेरे पास कभी पैसा होगा तो मैं बूटीक खरीदना चाहूँगी. If you have ever come into money, you will buy us a blessed decent house to live in. Thank you very much. So उसके फादर बोलते हैं, सूफीज फादर, कि अगर आपके पास कभी पैसा होगा, कभी अगर आपके पास पैसा होगा तो आप सबसे पहले हमें एक अच्छा सा घर खरीद के देंगे जिसमें हम रहेंगे. ओके, forget about all these things that you will buy a boutique or something else. First you buy a good house for us so that we can live happily there. And for that I would like to thank you. Sophie's father was scooping shepherd's pie into his mouth as hard as he could go, his plump face still grimy and sweat marked from the day. So that day was marked from the day means the day was hot, right? The temperature was high and Sophie's father was scooping means pushing something forcefully. Shepherd pie is an eatable, that is a piece of meat लेयर्ड विद मैस्ड पोटैटो. मीट का पीस जिसके ऊपर पोटैटो मैश करके चिप लगाया रहता है, ठीक है. दैट इज़ एन ईटेबल ऑफ द वेस्टर्न कंट्री, जनरली दे ईट इट. सो वो अपने मुंह में ऐसा जैसे ज़बरदस्ती उसको वो पुश कर रहा हो एज ही कुड. एंड हिज प्लम फेस वॉज ग्रीमी मीन्स हिज फेस वॉज फुल ऑफ स्वेट एंड डर्टी, राइट. हिज फेस वॉज डर्टी एंड फुल ऑफ स्वेट बिकॉज ऑफ द हॉटनेस ऑफ द डे. She thinks money grows on trees, don't she, Dad? Said little Derek, hanging on the back of his father's chair. So little Derek means younger brother of Sophie, who is hanging on his father's back, says to his father that, Father, Sophie thinks that money is hanging on the trees. इसको लगता है कि पैसे पेड़ पे लटक रहे हैं और ये बूटी को वहाँ पे खरीद लेगी. क्या आपको ऐसा नहीं लगता कि वो ऐसे सोच रही है कि पैसे पेड़ पे लगते हैं? देयर मदर साइड, वो वहीं बढ़ती है, उसकी मदर वहीं पे है. सोफी washed her back scooped over the sink and wondered at the incongruity of the delicate bow which fastened her apron strings. So apron means a piece of cloth put over your body while cooking food or working in the labs somewhere, so as to protect your body and clothes. So the one of the aprons was the strings. Strings means the ropes or small strings, small ropes which are used to tie your apron. That was open. One of them, she was bowing on the sink, and means this is the पोजिशन ऑफ हर मदर, कि वो सिंक के ऊपर झुकी हुई है और उसके एप्रन जो है वो एक जो स्ट्रिंग है वो खुली हुई है, लाइक दैट. सो उसकी तरफ वो देख रही है, सूफी उसकी मदर को देख रही है. सी द डेलिकेट स्विमिंग बो एंड द क्रूक्ड पैक. डेलिकेट स्विमिंग बो मीन्स हर बॉडी वाज arc shaped, her body was bent. The evening had already blacked in the windows and the small room was steamy from the stove and cluttered with the heavy breathing man in his vest at the table and the dirty washing piled up in the corner. So this is the description of the timing of the room. Evening had already set there, शाम हो चुकी थी, and darkness was prevailing in the through the windows. And small room was steamy, means that small room where they were living, because they were poor, they were living in a small room that was full of steam because of the stove which was working in that room. स्टोव जल रहा था, उसकी जो स्मोक होती है उससे पूरा रूम जो है वो ब्लैक हो रखा था. एंड cluttered with the heavy, cluttered means scattered with the heavy breathing man in his vest. Her father was wearing a vest, okay, vest, that is undergarment put under the shirt. He was breathing heavily and the room was full of his breathing noise. And the dirty washing piled in the corner, और जो waste, or you can say the dirty utensils, जो बर्तन थे, they were heaped up in the corner of the room. कोने में वहाँ पे उनका ढेर पड़ा हुआ था. Sophie felt a tightening in her throat. So she felt some uneasiness in her throat. She went to look for her brother Joff. और वो अपने ब्रदर जो जोफ है उसको देखने के लिए निकल जाती है. He was kneeling on the floor in the next room, tinkering with a part of his motorcycle or some newspaper spread on the carpet. So Joff was working in the next room. He had spread a newspaper on the कारपेट, मीन्स फर्स्ट पे जो कारपेट है उसके ऊपर एक न्यूज़पेपर डाल रखा है, एंड मोटरसाइकिल का एक पार्ट उसने निकाल के रखा है जिसको वो रिपेयर कर रहा है वहाँ पे, और फ्लोर के ऊपर घुटनों के बल वो वहाँ उसके ऊपर झुका हुआ है. मीन्स ही वाज ट्राइंग टू रिपेयर दैट मोटरसाइकिल पार्ट. ही वाज 3 years आउट ऑफ स्कूल एंड बाय दिस टाइम ही हैज़ बीन आउट ऑफ स्कूल फॉर 3 years, मीन्स 3 साल पहले वो स्कूल छोड़ चुका है. एन अप्रेंटिस मैकेनिक, ही इज़ वर्किंग एज ए सबऑर्डिनेट मैकेनिक, as a trainee mechanic on a shop, traveling to his work each day to the far side of the city. और अपने काम के लिए वो सिटी के बहुत दूर तक एक जगह पे जाता है जहाँ पे वो मोटरसाइकिल का काम करता है, रिपेयरिंग का काम. He was almost grown up now and she suspected areas of his life about which she knew nothing, about which he never spoke. Means now he was a grown up person and Sophie wanted to know about his life, whereas he never spoke anything about his life. He never shared anything about his life with Sophie. Okay, he said little at all, ever voluntarily. वो कभी कभी कुछ अपनी मर्जी से बोलते थे, बहुत कम. Words had to be prized out of him like stones out of the ground, or it was as difficult to take some words from his mouth or make him speak something as to dig out the stones from the ground. जैसे ज़मीन से पत्थर निकालना इतना डिफ़िकल्ट है, उसी हिसाब से उसके मुंह से कोई वर्ड निकलना या उससे बुलवाना डिफ़िकल्ट था, मीन जो बहुत कम बोलता था। एंड शी वॉज जेलस ऑफ हिज साइलेंस, ऑफ कोर्स शी वॉज जेलस ऑफ हिज साइलेंस बिकॉज she used to share always her life happenings with her brother, whereas he never. When he wasn't speaking, it was as though he was away somewhere out there in the world, in those places she had never been. और जब भी वो चुप रहता था, उसको लगता था सूफी को कि वो उस दुनिया में घूम रहा है कहीं पे जहाँ पे वो कभी नहीं गई है। ओके, उसको लगता था कि उसका भाई जोफ उस दुनिया के बारे में, उन लोगों के बारे में सोच रहा है जहाँ पे वो कभी अभी तक गई नहीं है। वेदर दे वर ओनली दी आउटलाइंग डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स ऑफ द सिटी और प्लेसेस बियॉन्ड इन द सराउंडिंग कंट्री, हु न्यू, किसको पता कि वो यहीं के आउटलाइन जो आसपास के डिस्ट्रिक्ट, जो सिटी के जो डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स हैं उनके बारे में, या फिर वहाँ से काफ़ी दूर के जो कुछ प्लेस हैं उनके बारे में वो सोच रहा है, किसी को नहीं पता है। दे अटेंड ए स्पेशल फैसिनेशन सिंपली बिकॉज दे वर अननोन टू हर एंड रिमेन्ड आउट ऑफ हर रीच। सो दोज प्लेसेस विच सी वेयर सी हैड नेवर बीन, मीन्स वो कभी गई नहीं जहाँ पे, उनके प्रति उसका जो फैसिनेशन, उसका अट्रैक्शन ऑटोमेटिकली हो गया, बिकॉज दे वर अननोन टू हर एंड रिमेन्ड आउट ऑफ हर रीच। उसको उनके बारे में पता नहीं था, और सेकंड थिंग वो उसकी पहुंच से दूर थे, मीन्स वो कभी वहाँ पे जा ही नहीं पा रही थी। सो वहाँ जाने के लिए उसको अपने ब्रदर की हेल्प चाहिए, राइट। सो विल कंटिन्यू दिस पोर्शन in the next lesson. Thank you.